Hi everybody and welcome to Podcask number 16. I'm Bilko.
I'm Brenny.
How you doing, big man?
Doing well, yourself?
Not too bad. Been looking forward to this all week, mate. The old virtual pub, virtual session.
Yes, indeed. Been looking forward to it myself.
We've got a belter tonight, haven't we, mate?
Aye. I can't lie, I've already had a few. Not the ones we're going to actually try, but I had a wee order for this brewer on a recommendation from Bruce from Copenhagen. He's any regular subscriber to the channel will know who we're talking about. And it's Gamma Brewing. And the case that they delivered was something else. And I've had a few samples myself of other beers, not the ones we're sampling tonight. But as a general rule, so far, I've not been disappointed. So really looking forward to tonight. Really looking forward to trying a few other beers that I've not tried yet.
Me too, mate. It's going to be a belter. So it's gammabrewing.com. Really good value. Can I just touch on it, Brenny? Was it roughly 100 quid or so? How much?
100 quid for a selected case of 24 cans, all 440ml, delivered free. So you're basically getting 100 quid delivery for one of the top brewers in Denmark, been established in 2015, so they're still relatively new in the scene, but the value for money has been exceptional as far as I'm concerned so far. Really recommend it. Not a bad beer yet out of the ones I've sampled, and yeah, just give it a go. It's definitely worth trying. There's not many places. I've not found anywhere that sells it. I don't think. Have you? I mean, no. I've not seen anywhere in Scotland selling it, so I had to go direct, and they do deliver, so give it a go.
Definitely.
Christmas present to yourself. 24 beers sitting there, and trust me, some nights you'll only be taking one of them. I had an impy stout. I think I was talking to you last night, and I had an impy stout at 12. I think it was 12.5%. That's the sort of beer you come home to after a day of getting. Well, it was a day of work, but in between I get soaked going to my work. I get soaked in my run at lunchtime, and I get soaked coming home. And so by the time I sat down to the one and only beer I was having in the night, it was perfect. Took me an hour, had a wee Netflix, watching Narcos Mexico, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just very licoricey. I remember that being my overall what I was saying to you about it. It was very, but that died down. So it was lovely. I'm not reviewing the beer that I had last night.
We'll find the image for that one, mate, and I'll bang it up. And as usual, we'll put the images of all the cans as we're going along. So yeah, as Brenny says, here, gammabrewing.com. Check them out. And if you do order anything, feel free to put in the comments on the order that you've seen them on here. Via us, that obviously helps us as well. So yeah, it's outside a wee place called Herlev, just outside Copenhagen. And what I liked on the website, Brenny, is they said the beer was as gratifying to make as it is to drink, and there's a tendency towards the lavish use of hops. So I think these are going to be really good, mate. So crack right onto it, mate. Beer number one, Strangelet.
Yep. Which is a session IPA, and it's 4.4%.
Yeah.
Which I quite like. I quite like the fact that even the session IPAs get that
wee bit extra,
a wee bit more ABV than what we were talking about. I think we were talking about with Dom the other week. Dom would see 3.8, 3.5. It's been a perfect sort of session. Obviously, he's talking about only one beer, not whatever. But this I quite like the fact that their session is a wee bit stronger.
That is indeed, man. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Doesn't it, huh? The smell of it is incredible, is it not?
Immediately, you know you're tasting quality. I was looking at the hops. Big man, Eldorado, Cashmere, Crystal and Mosaic. The Eldorado, big fan of that. Malts, Golden Promise, Oat Malt, rolled oat and dextrin and yeast WLP 066, if I know what that means. But mate, it looks sensational. I love it when something looks good, but it tastes good as well.
I totally agree. It really is. It's
going to top that up already.
you got all the, it's got all the smells that you're associated with. I mean, 'cause that's what I'm getting right here. It's like the actual smell of the glasses. You don't even need to go close to it. You get the smell, the taste.
Aye, the waft.
Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's maybe not as full-bodied as what I was expecting. But then again, because a session IPA, so therefore, I'm just talking because of the ones I've had previously, and I'm judging clouding my judgment. But yeah, for a session IPA, that's incredible. You've got no hint that that's even, you know.
It's got the characteristics of a kind of dipper. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time when you get the session IPA, it tastes a wee bit diluted. Do you know what I mean? Whereas that, it does. Aye, but what I like, I mean, it's so smooth. It's that's very refreshing, mate. I could stank that, man. Honestly, really could. It's got a perfect hint of tropicalness. Aye, mate, that's it's making me very happy.
It's one of the ones. It's quite simple, isn't it? It's lovely. It's a lovely beer. Tremendous beer.
Looks as if it's given me a wee bit of redness around my napper as well. Don't know what's happened there. Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, Brenny.
Aye.
Do you like a new haircut, mate?
Oh, here, man. I like that. Nice one. Did you do that yourself?
Aye, mate. Aye, did I? Uncle Fester, I was getting called earlier on.
That's about half. That suits you.
Aye, cheers, mate. So I thought I'd get the old COVID cut. Should have grown in time for Crimbo.
Grown into what?
Exactly.
This one, mate. That does. That suits you.
Cheers, mate.
It does.
Aye, man. Cheers. It's certainly.
I was actually worried about mine. I'm looking at my palm, man. I'm like, I could be doing my COVID cut, man. I'm only 2 weeks since I've been in a barber.
I know it's not looking good, but I don't want to kind of take away for how quality this beer is. Mate, a cashmere, right? That's a new one on me. That hop. Do you know anything about that? If you do or don't, or no?
I don't at all.
It'd be interesting if any. Sorry, if any of the viewers know
my lack of preparation in all these podcasts. I literally buy the beer and then sit there and drink it and do no preparation in between. Which is to my day. I just enjoy doing it. Because at the end of the day, it's not. I'm doing it because I come home from work the day, been looking forward to a beer, and I'm glad to review it based on what I'm tasting. What's in it, etc. I mean, it interests me. It does interest me, but I don't know enough about it yet to go any further with comments. And maybe one day I'll get a bit more clued up on it.
This beer is making me can I talk a wee bit, man, which is what a session IPA is all about, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you ready to go in with the scores, big man?
Big time.
So, do you mind if I go first?
Of course, you can go first, sir.
No worries. So, on the Strangelet, let's get the... Here it is here. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would buy it again. Unfortunately, to buy it here, it's difficult. Depending on how the other ones taste. Don't know if I would buy. I probably would buy it. I'd probably get at least one can if I was buying a mixed case, possibly two. But I would love to actually drink that on draft as well. So yes, to buy it again. Would I session it? Yes, it's a session IPA. It's not one of those diluted ones, as I said earlier. It's bang on the money. It's like you could just blindfolded, with darkness everywhere, just taste that. You'd be like that. Yes, session IPA. Perfect. And score-wise, again, I'm really excited about the other ones we're coming on to later on. So score-wise, I don't want to do it a disservice. It's not, it's definitely not in the 8s. It's definitely in the 7s. I'll give that a nice solid 7.25, which I think is a decent start.
Good stuff. So for me, would I buy again? 100%. Great beer. Really nice. I think you hinted on it early doors. It's like a dipper. Tastes like a dipper. Right? It's got the initial sort of body of a dipper, and that's how when I was like, I didn't keep the body, but you don't need it to keep the body because it's a session IPA, and it really is quite incredible. I'm really enjoying this. So with a bit again, 100%, with a sesh, I would love a sesh of that. I would actually love to visit Copenhagen or Herlev, was it Herlev?
Yeah, Herlev, yeah.
Herlev, just outside Copenhagen, and go to their tap room and hopefully get that on draft. That's a 2021 ambition. A wee trip over to Denmark. Score wise, I'm caught in a bit of a dilemma because this hits every single box of my favourite beers, which is lovely tasting, nice wee body to it, and also got the strength that I quite like, and that taste of strength, but not alcohol strength, just the strength of the beer, the taste of it, well rounded. So, as a score, I'm going to start off very generous, and I'm going to say that's an 8.5 for me.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. I knew that was coming. It doesn't surprise me you've given that a score. It's a brilliant score, and
because that is the sort of beer that I would love to go out and drink all day. And for a session IPA, that's probably the best I think I've ever tasted. Now that's quite a bold statement, and I'm probably going against my markings and other. But if I was to mark, if I were to have a look at all the session IPAs we've ever done, I would say that's probably my favourite.
I know. I feel as if I've been a wee bit harsh now because I do agree with you, but it's purely because I'm so excited about the other ones that we're getting to try. One in particular later on.
Listen, we do this every week. And as Tom rightly pointed out, he's not so much for scoring, but realistically, you've got to have some angle of how you score. So I think we do everybody justice. Would I buy a game? Would you say again? There's not been many beers that we wouldn't buy again in this. But we've qualified them with it being, no, I've tried one and that'll be it. The vast majority of beers we try in the whole thing, we would say we would buy again, which is testament to the brewers and the hard work that they do and the ingenuity and the ability and the absolute talent they've got to bring us this quality. So I don't think there's anything wrong with scoring how you score it, because it's your right. And it might, you might end up going, well, that's your benchmark for the night.
You're right, mate. And listen, we're not going to spend our hard-earned money and buy beers that we're not going to like. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we're going to try and buy beers that we think that either you or me will buy them. It would be stupid of us to go out and spend, £100 on a mixed case of stuff and we didn't like it. So, mate, I'm just very, very thankful to you, by the way.
I went blind with it other than Bruce's recommendation. Right, so you're going, you're ultimately, you're taking a punt on everything. Everything you do. Everything you do. But at the end of the day, like, you take recommendations for people who you like. So Dom and Bruce and Davey Weir and Paul Bew, all the boys from Jake Balls. So you take what they're drinking, you listen to them, you try it out. Listen, if you go back on the brewer list that we've done on these podcasts, you would think we actually knew what we were talking about, mate. We've actually knocked off everything. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, you would. We've had some of the best brewers in the world. Never mind Britain, never mind Europe. We've had some of the best brewers in the world. So I think we do, the two of us know what we like and what we're looking for and what we want to get out of this. But there's a whole other concept to, do you know what I mean, taking that to fruition. But we know what we're doing enough and we know what we like. And you take a punt. You do take a punt. I've had orders in that I've thought very average on certain stuff. I'm not going to. But then again, you have one gem in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes it worthwhile. You know what you're not going to buy again, and you know what you are.
Yes.
That'll be bought again.
Exactly, mate. So, but this is definitely, I mean, for me, this is a blaze with a gratifying golden promise. which is one of the malts, and it's very pleasurable with my palate. Can I just say that? And I did not pre-write that, Brenny.
There you
And you get a wee cheers for me, big man.
I have indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So we're on to beer number 2 tonight from Gamma Brewing, and this one is called Suborbital. It's coming in at 4.2% ABV. It's a dry stout. There's not a lot of information out and about in it, which I kind of like. It's like a mystique.
I know, I quite like it. I know. I'm actually going to check it. I know it's fresh though. It's fresh.
Aye.
I was wondering if it was maybe a discontinued line or something. There's nothing on the website about it. Absolutely nothing on the website.
It's I like a wee bit of mystique now. I'm going to pull out a big
I agree.
Big Terence Lager glass for this one. Shout out to Scott Padden for the craft. I was trying to get through to the craft tonight. Get us a wee takeaway for doing takeaways, mate. Couldn't get through for 2 hours. They're that busy. So well done, Scott. He's doing a great job. And he actually gave me this Terence glass during lockdown. So hope you're doing well, Scott, if you're watching this.
You pour my stout into a Terence glass.
I thought it was a hint of irony there for some reason.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, old man.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah, it smells fantastic. Bit biscuity. The initial smell, I'm not sure about the actual taste. The smell was biscuity.
It's you're just getting the usual. It's actually really good, man. It's not. It's a very kind of middle of the road. It's not too sweet. It's not too bitter. Obviously, you're getting the coffee as usual. The burniness, dryness. It's sweet and bitter at the same time, mate. That's actually really good. We were talking a wee bit off camera about how stouts are sweet. And I was reading about it being unfermented sugar that turns to. Don't know if it's during the brewing process or in the can or when you open it, it turns it into sweetness. But no, mate, that's really. It's actually, I can't believe I'm going to. I say this quite a lot sometimes with stouts. It's actually quite light. It's not like a really, really, really heavy body to it.
No, it's very light.
Aye.
It's very light. Definitely very light. The consistency of it is nowhere near what you would expect a stout. I mean, the darkness is, but the body of it is the creamy. It's not. Aye. Dark. It is dark, but the actual consistency on the tongue and the lips is just like very light, very, very light. There's no that creaminess. No, that creaminess that you would associate with a stout.
I'm actually getting a wee bit of bitterness just after the aftertaste. Aye.
The coffee aroma is very strong on it, I find, in the aftertaste, which is giving me the bitterness.
That's nice. That's nice. It's I can see it's solid. I think as well, well, I know I have been, I'm pretty sure you have been in on it, but we've been tanning the old, when we say tanning, we've been having a couple of imperial stouts now and again. So all of a sudden, it's kind of, when we're going back down to a 4.2%, obviously you're not going to get the same.
It's a completely different beer. The imperial stouts are a totally different thing. That if you're going to go with your standardised Guinness, Murphy's, etc., it's just Guinness or Murphy's way, except flavoursome, completely flavoursome. There's so much flavour going on there that you can't actually work out what they are. So in comparison to like, don't get me wrong, you still get them with the other. Do you know what this reminds me of? You're going to actually very, very, very similar to Williams Brothers. Midnight Sun, is it? Midnight Sun, is it the March of the Penguins?
I've seen
March of the Penguins, I think. March of the Penguins. I think that's very, very similar to that. I'll need to get myself a bottle now just to confirm, but very similar. And I'm not really saying It's been a while since I've had a mark for the Penguin. But
It's lovely, mate. It's definitely on the bit more on the bitter side, I'd say, on the sweet side, which is not a bad thing. Suborbital, it's interesting. Orbital, by the way, mate. Oh, what a band, eh?
Seen them so many times, man. Seen them so many times.
I'm going for a job with the Orbital Tribute Band, mate. That's where I get my napper like this, mate.
Hey, listen, I'm liking it. It really suits you, mate. It does really suit you. How did you get the finish on it? Did you go with a razor? Open razor?
It's actually, no, it's, believe it or not, it must be my grey or my blonde hair there, man. It's actually a number 0, but I had a guard on it, mate, and me being me, typical me, I'm like that. I had the guard on it. It was a number 4 or something. Nothing was coming off. So I took the guard off, didn't I? And I'm like that. Whoops. Then that was me. I was ball deep, mate. I had to do the whole thing.
Listen, I shall look for the road, man. That's a weekly event.
I know it's going to save us a fortune, mate, on haircuts. Which isn't a bad thing. That's more beer or more crits.
Exactly. That's a case of gamma a month for you.
Aye, but I'm liking this. And
while we're chewing the fire here, one of our ex-players, Big Stevie McCall, his birthday today. Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday, big you.
Exactly.
The enforcer.
Big man.
The enforcer.
That was great days. Go on, Stevie.
They were indeed.
A legend.
But I'm going to, mate, I'm going to give a wee couple of shout outs as well. A couple of my pals for Richie FM, Tony, Curtis, Nat, Richie himself, Unlikely Event. Oh, in fact, Brenny, that's why, did you notice that we've got 201 subscribers now?
Have we?
Aye. It was Natalie and the girls, I'm sorry, I forgot half their names, Katie, Curtis and Tony, they all subscribed, got us over the 200 last night, so cheers for that, guys.
Aye, cheers. Lads and lasses.
Brenny, how good, right, now, I don't, as you know, there are other channels out there, and I don't like doing this, right, but see the bloody how that holds its head brilliantly, doesn't it?
Aye.
I think it does. That's why I wanted to use the tenants class, mate, because I just wanted to get the full kind of, just basically see how long the head lasted.
Well, things is going down well, so, and I'm in a nondescript glassware that I've not smashed.
Well, you're probably a bit embarrassed to use that other glass you've got, to be perfectly honest, mate. Although we can't talk after our performance today. We're the only team in the 2-3-0 victories we got during the week without kicking a ball, then pumped 3-0 the day. Shocking, man.
I just don't, but I think we should just end the season.
Aye, nae trophies, aye.
Just nae trophies, just reset it so the fans get back, and that's my, have my cake and eat it is my logic. Aye.
Did you notice, I don't know, did you look at the colours of that horse I gave you earlier on this afternoon?
I didn't, mate, I didn't. I was working, so I backed it blind.
Green and gold, mate. It was green and gold. I thought when you seen that.
Well, we got a place for it anyway. We got a wee place for it. So that was all good.
It was unlucky. So, big man, are you ready to get in with the scores?
Yeah, I'm happy with the suborbital scoring.
Okay. So, see, just for the purposes of the editing purposes, mate, is it alright if I just go first tonight? It just makes it a wee bit easier. Brilliant. So, would I buy that again? I'm going to... I think I've become a wee bit obsessed with Imperial Stouts recently. And I know it's totally different. I get what you're saying. I probably... In fact, I would buy it again because it is solid. It's solid. Would I session that? I would say yes. It's a sessionable stout. I do like a... Before I done this, mate, before we kind of reconnected again, I've told you before, mate, when I would go down, I'd be drinking Guinness all weekend. Do you know what I mean? So I do like a session on a stout, and that's a very sessionable stout for me. So yes, I feel bad that I said to you off camera because I was a bit harsh on that session IPA earlier. So I'm conscious. I think the IPA and that are very similar. But I'm also
Yeah.
conscious that there's a lot of quality went into this. And it's quite impressive. It's
A
very...
lot of quality within the IPA as well.
Aye, 100%. It's robust, but it's not robust on the heavy side, if that makes sense. I'm going to give it a decent score. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And if I could put my EPA to it, I'd probably maybe put that up again. But I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10, mate.
Nice one. So for me, would I buy again? That's 100% again. Definitely buy Suborbital by Gamma. Incredible, really, really flavour. The flavour doesn't leave it. I mean, it does not leave it. It's all the way down. It's changing all the time. It's really, 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 really incredible. I've enjoyed that more than the Session IPA. My taste buds are absolutely bouncing about the place. So I'd buy again 100% with a sesh, 100%. That is a sessionable stout. Love to actually try this again on cask. Several 2/3 schooners, whatever you want to call them. Would love an opportunity to sit down and have a good few of these. I love the mystique on the actual website. We tell you anything about it. I think that's brilliant. And I'm going to score that exactly the same as I did as my Session IPA, which is an 8.5 out of 10.
Brilliant, man. Scoring's phenomenal tonight, man. I can tell you're a big fan of this company.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I mean, we set aside our ones. I mean, I got a case of 24. I set aside 12 for us to review. Taste, whatever. So that's 12 beers I had where I'd selected them. And to be honest, I could order them. Every one that I ordered was sort of six. So 6 different beers I've tried. Because they give you 2 everything essentially in their range. And some of them are, I mean, some of the beers I've had in the last couple of weeks have been incredible. You know, you're actually sitting there going, oof, could I do that? You know? But one a night's enough because it literally is. I come home after your work, have your dinner, sit down, and you're drinking the big doink, double IPA at 8.5%.
Love
Do you know? And it's like one of them just sets you off lovely. And I've not been disappointed with any of the beers I've had for this brew conglomerate company, whatever you want to call them. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that's how I'm scoring so high because it is the best gear that I've tried in a long time. Had loads of sort of epiphany moments like this previously with other brewers who have not consistently seemed to do it. So I'm looking forward to trying more of these. Looking forward to buying more of these.
Brilliant, mate. So I think it's safe to say this is a massive cheers then.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the third beer of the night is called It Slaps. And this is just your mild-mannered dipper at 9.3% ABV with Citra and Enigma for hops, and malts are extra pale, oat malt and dextrin with yeast in it. Without much further ado, I think we're just going to crack this open and hope for the best.
Certainly are, again.
I can guarantee it'll be as good as what we've just tried. And I'm really looking forward to this because it was one that I'll say this, see about the mixed case that I got.
Yep.
I would say the higher end strength stuff's the norm.
Wow.
I mean, you don't even need, you can smell that just for...
Oh, it's wafting over, man. It smells resplendent,
so
mate.
I mean, that's just so juicy.
Oh.
We even taste it.
Cheers, big man.
Cheers. Cheers, Biggie.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
What's that?
Aye, it's a... Oh, man, I can't even make the noise, but that is mate, that is stupendous, man. Oh, again, Citra overload, man. Oh, extra pale in the malt. Do you know what I mean?
Big time.
Aye.
Big time. Oat malt and all, you're getting that as well, just as it goes down. Incredible.
9.3%, mate. We say it every single time when it's a well-made dipper, borderline dipper. That you just don't need it, mate. That's a luxurious, but that's deluxe, mate. That's what that is. It's deluxe. It really is. That's fucking awesome, man.
Fantastic. That is fantastic.
Oh, I'm going to have to treat it with a wee bit of respect, but stupendous. What I really like about these guys, I love that we touched on it in the intro about how it's as gratifying to make as it is to taste it. But you can tell these guys are so passionate, aren't they, about what they do. They're using the best of the best.
They want to be the best. They want to be. They want their beers to be the best, and it comes through and everything that they've done. There's not even been a hint of it, and this is out of the case that I've bought. Never mind the night. I've not had one bad beer. Every single beer has been knockout. Not just not bad. Every single one of them has been, for me, in the scoring vibe, an 8 out of 10. And that's the truth. Every single beer I've had for Gamma has been an 8 out of 10 minimum. And I've scored both already tonight as 8.5.
Aye.
So that tells you everything I think about them. I mean, incredible beers. Absolutely incredible beers. And going back to the £100 delivery for 24 beers, I mean, that's pony up with your pal. See that's your hand. See the 2 years Hofties.
Aye.
Easy.
50
get one of them a month.
Aye.
Get one of them a month. That's 2 a week. 2 a week is a wee treat.
Aye. It's phenomenal, man. It's a shame that they don't have a bigger presence over here. But
I think they will.
Aye.
And not just after us promoting them so well on this podcast. But I think there'll be a demand for it. There's going to be a demand for it because we found out through folk or through Bruce for Copenhagen telling us how good it was. Dom was already aware of them because Dom's big into his Danish connections. I mean, you can guarantee that's going to be shipped over by the caseload very soon to the retailers where we all buy for. So, all good news.
Yeah. If you're watching this, Neil, at the wee beer shop, definitely get some of this in for the trips. But as we've given you tonight, man, this is what you'll get with Bilko and Brenny's podcast, folks. Brenny, superb knowledge there. £100, including shipping for 24 mixed case of 12, and you're getting 12. At least 8
12 times 2. 12 times 2 the way it works out. They don't guarantee anything, by the way. Have a read on the website. They're very clear in what they do. We were lucky enough. We get 12 times 2. I kept 6 back for me and you for our review. And I've had a few of the other ones. And trust me, we could review this mob again next week with another slab. It's how good they are. And I'd happily do it with the other 6 that you missed out on.
Oh, it's a Bobby Dazzler, mate. That it really is. It's a Bobby Dazzler. It's just stunning. It's so, I can't believe it's 9.3%. It astounds me. Aye, see the efforts that these guys go to, man. And I know you don't really want to know it's 9.3% because if you don't know that and you go and drink that, you're going to end up bloody in a ditch, right? But the fact that you know it's 9.3%, and this is what I can't believe how far personally my taste has came. I used to utterly be scared if I was drinking a 9.3% beer because I had that association of the Kestrel super strength for that 10-inch super. you have one sippy when you're 16 or whatever.
You enjoy it.
Oh, but now that is just unbelievable, man. And it's the fact that you got that, Brenny, the fact that you get 2 of them in that case, amongst all the other ones you were saying as well, that's just amazing. Because you'd probably pay £6, £7, £8 for that, wouldn't you?
Easy.
In a beer shop.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So Yeah, and obviously now that we've done them on the podcast, expect them to be the new, well, I don't know, the new most popular selling lager in the world because they've been on the podcast. But no, Brenny, thanks again for these wee extra.
Oh, you're welcome.
Extra
You're
Christmas
welcome.
present,
It's
mate.
for Christmas, so enjoy. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with sharing. Sharing's caring, as they say.
But I want to just touch on the colour, mate, as well. It's just that
Beautiful,
kind of
that is absolutely beautiful.
perfect kind of murky orangeness. I'm just going to have a look at it myself, just on when you put it against the light, it's just a perfect colour.
The juiciness here just never leaves it. It's incredible. It's an absolutely incredible beer.
It slaps. It slaps. That's what it does.
It does slap.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
It does. It does.
I really wish the viewers could taste this. I genuinely do, man.
Aye.
It's stunning.
And the whole range. And I don't mind going overboard. So far, Gamma, out of all the brewers we've done consistently, every single beer I've had for them has been incredible. It's not just a case of, oh, that was all right. That was every single beer I've had out of that mixed pack was dynamite. I mean, one of those ones that you would recommend to your pal. Do you know what I mean? Every single one. And look, there's been a few favourites that I've not even mentioned to you because I feel guilty. I actually felt guilty. I've been not sharing them after I've tried them because there's better ones than that. There is better ones than that at the same sort of level.
Wow.
Honestly.
Wow.
There was one called the Big Doink, which we're not going to review because I drank it to them. And it's one of the best beers I've ever had.
Oh, it's phenomenal, mate. It's great.
Well, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track with the It Slaps.
Aye.
We're going for a score?
Aye, I'll go first again, mate. I'm glad I did go first tonight because I might have been influenced from you. So would I buy that again? 100% yes. I would definitely buy that again. I'm actually already thinking about half an in with you, mate, for another crate of it. Would I session it? It's always the big quandary in it, mate. I would love to session that.
You'd be lucky to get two, didn't you, man?
Aye, I'd love, but I'm not going to session it. I'm going to treat that with respect. I would love to sit down in company, similar to what we're doing now, except live with my pals. You know, anybody that knows me, and just have a nice wee, maybe 2 or 3 of these.
Split the can. See if you can split the can at a time, rather than having to drink the full can.
Split the can, and if you just wanted a wee done while you were on your session, couple of them, 2 or 3 of them throughout the course.
I don't think you're going to have a session. I don't think.
Yeah. So score-wise, mate, and again, this was the one I was looking forward to the most tonight. I normally, you know what I'm like. I normally build it up and all that. We get the bloody Seeger Ross tune and all that, go and make it inspirational, you know, then there's a big pause before I give my score. But I'm just going to jump right in now, man. That's an 8.9, mate. An 8.9.
Lovely. Well, that says everything you need to know.
Yeah.
That says everything you need to know. Again, for me, would I buy it again? Without a doubt. I'm actually thinking about trying to source more for before Christmas. So another case is going to be coming through. Just because it was that. And I'm going to point out as well, I ordered that on a Monday night. Right? Monday night after hours, so the brewery was the open. And it was delivered by the Friday morning.
Wow.
So that's Tuesday to Friday delivery from Copenhagen, which if anybody knows anything about any courier, that's incredible. Right? I might have just got lucky, but it was incredible. So again, I digress about how good everything is about them. But would I buy again? 100%. It's just, there's not been a beer I've tried after them that I wouldn't try again, because they're that sort of brewer. They just seem to put so much passion, so much love, so much attention to detail into every beer that you're not going to not want to drink it again. Would I session it? No chance. It's not a hope in hell you're going to session it. You might think you'll be able to session it. You might want to session it. I'm a third left on what I started out with, and I can already see the effects of it. That's not a bad thing. It's just pointing out that it's happening. So scores on the doors. I'm going to be consistent in it because I can't separate anything to do. Anything that they do, everything that they do is of the highest standard. And I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10 again. Which I think just, to be honest, I could have rated one higher than that, but I'm going to be consistent because I think we've had a session IP, which I think's been one of the best I've ever tried. We've had a dry stout, I think it's one of the best dry stouts I've ever tried. And now we're going for a deeper. Now, interestingly enough, I don't think it's one of the best I've tried out of them, but it's a cracking, lovely, brilliant beer that I can't take away anything they've done. And I've got to stay solid to what I'm saying. So it's an 8.5 out of 10.
Brilliant scoring, big man. And that's never ever happened on the show before, that the MD's give 3 8.5s or above to the same brewery. So that's a first there. So,
and interestingly enough, and I don't want to skew things because I know we've got a few more beers that I've not tried, but I would have scored other ones that I have tried from them higher than what I already have. And I'm literally telling you.
Bye there.
Let's get that all ordered.
Stop the podcast. Let's get it ordered now. I did notice because I had a wee look today on the website, which was, I believe it was yagamabrewing.com, and it said, you can, in the comments, you can request certain styles, but I like the fact that you can do that. But what they also did say that when you're not allowed to buy more than 4 of a particular beer if it's over 8.5%. And I can totally understand that. And it's to stop, obviously, people like us. I'll just take 10 of those slaps, please.
I will be honest with you. The 900 krona case, I think it is, which works out about 100 quid. The 900 krona case, just try it. Because I get 12 different beers times 2. And so far, I've not been disappointed. And I think it's great value for money as a gateway into them. Do you know, just that's the thing going like that. Here's a wee sample case. Folk think you're after not spending 100 quid on a case with them, but trust me, you're not going to get this beer anywhere else. You're not going to spend as little as apart from buying it from them. So try it out, and then it might start getting sold elsewhere, and it might start, because it's up there with the best beer I've ever drank. And this is even including, don't let them know it, the Brucey boys, you know what I mean?
Oh, controversial.
It is controversial.
Thing is,
but it's his recommendation that I bought the case. So there you go.
But that just sums up Bruce. Bruce knows his stuff, as we know. And Bruce, the fact that that's been recommended, I'll tell you, man, his recommendation was spot on. What I really like is the fact that they produce a wee sour brew as well. So Bruce, it's good to know you've recommended a sour inadvertently to Brenny. But
you were trying to get me to drink that last week with your bonus one that you done. Thankfully, I was in work.
I could have done that. But it's not a sour beer. I've been obsessive about this sour. What's great is, in the fact, talking to Bruce and Dom last week, when we were editing the show back and stuff, man, it was really good just to get that insight from, dare I say it, the technical aspects. And obviously we've had some chats privately as well. And it's constantly evolving, this, mate. It gives you a newfound respect, I think, for the beers when you know how they're made, how the brewing process, etc. And I get we're having a wee bit of a laugh and all that. Listen, I just like fruit beers. I just happen to do it. I understand that other people like ales. It's absolutely fine. It's what the whole scene. That's what the world's about. But Brenny, this is. I know I jumped in here at 8.9, man. It's an absolute stunner, man. We need to get. I think I might just ask Fiona for this for my Christmas.
Sums it up, mate. Did it? Sums it up.
If anybody does order, sorry, big one, I know you're waiting there, but if anybody does order this on the Gamma Brewing website, please mention that you've seen it on Bilko and Brenny's podcast, because we will use any way possible to get this beer cheaper for us. All right, so cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So we're on to beer number 4 already, and this one is You're Not Santa, coming in at 5.7%, and it's a Christmas sour. It's a fruity Christmas sour with cherry, blueberry, blackberry, blackcurrant and vanilla. The malts are extra pale again, oat malt again, torrefied wheat, yeast, lactobacillus, and WLP066. So without, let's get it cracked, mate. Ooh.
That was quite,
Aye, it smells very sharp. Now, I think this one might be...
It looks very sharp.
Aye. So it is good to know that these guys, you know, I know they're more well known there, obviously, but they have got a wee sour beer in their range. Well, it's definitely not got the smoothie effect, which I like. It's a lovely colour. So cheers, big man.
Cheers.
Looks like I like big pot of blackberry jam. Oh, it's a gunner, isn't it? Oh my goodness me, I'm going to have to take that again. There's a lot going on there.
My word.
There's so much going on.
Oh, every single taste that they say is there and more.
Aye.
It's like each individual taste is coming through, and you're getting the taste of them all at the same time.
Aye.
All at the same time.
Yeah. And then just
it's incredible.
And then just vanilla. And it's like I'm going to just punch you in the face with all this sour stuff, and then vanilla.
All these tastes there, marzipan.
That's great. It's such it's an interesting beer. I can tell straight away, Brenny, I'm going to... This isn't a bad thing, right? But this is that good that I'm going to probably struggle. It's going to take me a while to drink this. But it's just... It's got the... We've spoken about it before. It's the is it the zing? It's just got the zing. Boom! Vanilla. Fucking brilliant, man. Brilliant.
There's you can't compare that to anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's no comparison to any other sour you've tried to that.
Oh,
I wouldn't say.
It's the cherry, blueberry, blackberry, blackcurrant. But then, as I said, mate, what I love about it is it's just bang, 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 bang. It's like 5 rapid vanilla.
and then it starts again. Every time it starts again. And you know what? I'm not a fan of these beers. You know I'm no fan of the sours, but there's no denying that is incredible in what he's doing.
Aye, it's spanking, man. It's
almost like you're no Santa. You know, you're no Santa.
Aye.
I'm Santa.
Aye, you're no Santa. Gamma's Santa. Aye, Gamma's Santa.
The can's basically saying that is Santa by saying you're no.
That's well named. That's class. I'm going to take a massive...
that is...
Massive gulp here.
That is jingle bells. That's jingle bells. That's incredible what that does. Just bounces about.
Aye, it's really...
See the power, but you get... It's like cherry, blackcurrant, blueberry. Like the optimist individuals.
Aye.
And then you get that overwhelming original one-off taste with vanilla right at the end.
That isn't it, man? It's like, it's so... I don't... Listen, it's amazing. See the intricacy involved in making this kind of stuff, man. It's like, we do kind of flippantly talk about it.
I'm blown away at the actual thought of you would brew something like that.
Aye. It's like it's chemistry at its finest.
Yep.
Really happy with this, mate. Mate, as well, it's like I can tell. I like the fact, dare I say it, some brewers, and obviously you've got your specific sour kind of brewers, so to speak, but some breweries just throw flavours and all that sometimes, I think, just for the sake of it. But I love the fact that these guys, because of their kind of ethos, they want to enjoy making it and they want it to taste as good as it enjoys to make, etc. You can tell that a lot of thoughts went into that, and they don't just bang out, oh, we're just going to bang this out. I think there's a high sense of quality control within Gamma.
Right. Well, the very fact that out of that 24 pack, there's not been, I've not had there's not been even what you would term.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even say bad, because it's not even as if there's not been one that's not good.
Aye.
Every single beer you've had has been exceptional, to the point where I've reviewed the last 3 at 8.5, and I'm thinking considerably that's the beer of the night. And that to me just, I mean, I don't like sours, I'm not a big fan of sours, but what that is doing for me is taking me into the realms of, well, do you know what, I could enjoy that, I could.
Aye.
And that tells you how good that is. That tells you how good that is. It's brilliant.
It's as I said, the integrity, it amazes me sometimes how talented these brewers are, and the thoughts, etc. And it's probably easy just to put hundreds of fruit in a can. But when I pour
that's not what that is.
That's not what that is. That's a chemical compound designed to bloody open up the serotonin in your bloody mind. That's what it's like. Isn't it? It's just like being doing the arches on a Friday night.
What do you mean, Jesus?
5.7, mate. Not to be sniffed at. And obviously I did have the Imperial, staggeringly good Imperial Fruity Ghost during the week. But this stands up with that, honestly. I gave that a good score. We've had the Whitman, we've had the one for track, Nothing Is Real. I think we both kind of enjoyed that. Then we've maybe had a few maybe not so good sours. But aye, mate, it's really, really good, man. I was saying it was going to take me a while to drink it, but it just makes you want to taste more, because you want that sensation of, in fact, I'm just going to do it again, sorry viewers. It just brings a smile to my face, that beer, man. It's brilliant, mate. Are you ready to get your scores, big man?
Aye. I'm definitely up for giving that as good as I can think.
So would I buy that again? Yes, I would buy it again, because it's a taste sensation. Would I session it? No, not going to session it. You're not going to sit and have more than bloody one or two of them. So no, not going to session it. Again, that's on the style, not on the standard of the beer, which is fine. It's phenomenally good, man. It's a tin of tasty, tangy tartness. That's what that is. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10.
Good score. That's your beer of the night so far?
No. My beer of the night's I gave the other one an 8.9.
So you did. You did. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
So for me, and not liking the sour variety of beers, that's a blow-away success for that variety of beers. I really enjoying it. Would I buy it again? I would say yes, just to share it with other people who haven't tried it. I don't think I would really. I think, especially given that we're tanning a full can each,
aye,
this is a definite sharer for me.
Yes.
Maybe a third of a can passed out, share it, be festive. You're no Santa, I'm not. Definitely, millions of Santa, that's Santa. That can is Santa, by the way. That is genuinely a really, really lovely beer. So would I buy it again? I'm going to say aye, but with the purposes of sharing it, I wouldn't buy one to drink myself. Would I session it? No chance, because it's just absolutely. You you could actually put them out in these shot glasses for people to try. Just as a thimble to try this beer, because you're no Santa. You're definitely no. I'm sitting. The can is Santa. The can is Santa, and the taste. It's an incredible beer. It is, isn't it?
Aye.
But it's not a beer you would want to sit and drink too much. I mean, I'm already thinking, how do I finish this? How do I finish it? The taste overload is so incredible and so lovely and so nice that you're like, I don't really want to drink more of it because it's so overwhelming. So based on that, I'm going to say scores. I'm at a loss here to be honest, Bilko, because the last 3 beers are totally in my range of what I like and I don't like sour beers. I don't like sour beers. So I feel as if I've got to score how. But after the review I've just gave it, I don't know how I could score it low. Not that I would want to. I'm not talking about scoring it low. I'm talking about scoring it too high. And based on that, I can't give it the beer of the night, but I'm going to give it the exact same as what I've given every other beer of the night, which is the 8.5.
Whoa, Bunny, mate, you talk about sitting in the fence, big one.
I don't think I am, but I don't think I am. I'm every single beer we've had so far has been brilliant. So I don't see what's the point in going, do you know what, that one's better than that one, that one's better than that one. Because everyone's in their own style. We've only reviewed 4 beers, and everyone's in their own style, Bilko. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Fair dues. I get it, mate.
My tastes, my preferences, etc. I'm still reviewing these as all equally good and how they've been done. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Would you say that that's the best sour we've had on the show?
Yes. Without a doubt, I would say that's the best sour I've had on the
Brilliant.
And remember I like the Whitman, where I was splitting a can me.
Yeah.
So that is, to me, the best sour I've had on the show.
Good.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Beer number 5. Beer number 5, I hear you ask, we weren't going to do one, weren't we, Brenny? But we decided that had the Santa had Santa had sharpened us up that much. We decided to go for 'Tis the Season finale. Another stunner of an artwork. So this is an Xmas Rye IPA, 6.5%. Hops, Wakatu, Rakua and Motueka. Malt, extra pale rye malt, oat malt again, and dextrin yeast. So let's get it cracked open. Oh, you must be having a good night when you've got the audacity to show that glass.
Mate, why would they show that glass?
I can't know, mate. You know I'm pulling your leg.
I'm a realist. How good? Support your team. How
good does that look?
It looks incredible, mate.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Oh, brilliant, man. Oh, smells phenomenal.
The rye. You can see why it's a rye.
Aye.
That's lovely. That's so... See, after what we've just had, with a heavy mixture of berry, fruit explosion, that's just perfect. That's just a perfect alternative to what we just drank, which led us on this, but like this is...
I mean, this is I've noticed they do like the malts. They use a lot of the same malts and a lot of their IPAs. The ryeness as well. I don't know a lot about it, mate, but it just tastes so much kind of drier in a very good way, I might add.
Yeah, no, big time.
Yeah, and that must be the rye. Aye, man, I love that, mate. The colour, I can't stress it. This is probably, out of all the beers we've done from them tonight, this is probably the one I like the look of the most. Aye, in terms of the colour. It's just got that kind of murky yellowness, not too orangey. And I love the fact that, do you know what I really like as well, Brenny? When you think of Christmas, you think spices, and you can taste the spice in that. You can taste the almost like the oranginess. Don't know if you're getting that, but I'm getting that. Oh man, that's wonderful, mate. It really is. These guys are phenomenal.
The web shop here on the Gamma. It's amazing how much of their stuff's actually sold out.
Well, what's happened is our fans have obviously got wind that we were doing it tonight, and they've immediately went on and bought all the other things. And we'll probably go down to the wee beer shop and Neil will have doubled the dough for it. Only joking, Neil. Mate, that is, again, are you getting the oranginess?
Yeah.
Yep. Are you getting the spice?
Yeah. Aye, but not overpowering, and I think I'm still lagging behind with the sour taste of the madness of the berries, and it's all leveling out a wee bit because I'm not getting the spice too much. I'm getting the oranges, but that's because it's a citrusy. I'm not really getting the spice yet, but I've still got a long way to go. So
it's a brilliant beer, man. People will watch us and they'll go like that. These guys haven't got a bloody clue. I have no doubt whatsoever. People will watch us and they'll be like, they haven't got a clue. Do you know something? We don't have a clue. But what we do know, we know if something tastes well, don't we? Yep. We know if it's
You know what you drink, you know what you like.
100%, mate. Well, let's just do a wee cheers to that, just impromptu before, right? Cheers, mate. So, still on the tis the season finale, Xmas Rye. Brenny, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go with the scores.
Aye, happy with that, pal.
Right, so I can't stress how good this brewery is. Would I buy that again? It's probably by the name, tis the season finale. I'd certainly be looking for that kind of combination of hops from Gamma again. 100% buy it again. Would I session it at 6.5%? I would have this as part of a session, if that makes sense. So essentially, I would session it. Score-wise, I'm really sorry for giving 7.25 out of 10 at the beginning of the video, Brenny. I feel that I've got this kind of psychological thing in my head that I can't ever go pure body my scoring right on beer one, because it then sets the bar, and I'm a momentum builder. You know what I mean? I'm like
crescendo.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like a house DJ building to the climax, and I feel that sometimes that it's hard to do that. And I would, if I was, I would probably take back those two scores for the early of the night, but I'm not going to, right? But I just want to know that before I score this. This is an 8.3 out of 10.
Good score, mate.
That is.
Without a doubt. Tis the season finale. Yes. And quite literally, I think on this evening's proceedings, it is the season finale. That's just based on how I'm feeling, no one else. Listen, Xmas Rye, 6.5%, you wouldn't know it. And trust me, it's an absolute delight of a beer. An absolute delight. There's a different roundness to it. There's not the body of the sort of IPAs that we've had out there. Aye. Maybe the dryness and the aftertaste. That's maybe what I'm going for. Would I buy it again? Aye, definitely. Would I sesh it? Love to try more than one on cask in somewhere, and I would attempt it, so that's a sesh.
Yes.
And scores on the doors, I'm going to go straight in the middle. I really struggle to give a bad score with any of these beers, and I'm going straight down the middle the way I have.
8.5.
That is.
I
think that's just representing the different beers we've had, different styles. But this company, this brewer, group of brewers really seem to know what they like themselves, and therefore, when it comes down to us, fresh as it is, it's absolutely outstanding as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's an outstanding beer. Another outstanding beer on an evening of outstanding beers.
It is, mate. And it goes without saying, big man. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, the last beer of the night, beer number 6 is Crimmus, which is an Xmas IPA, 6% ABV. Hops are Citra, Columbus, Cashmere, malts, Pilsner, oat and wheat, yeast involved, London Ale 3. So let's get it cracked open, big man.
Yep.
Probably the nicest sounding on the opening tonight for me. Sorry, I'm a wee bit behind you, mate.
No, it's a lovely pour. It is a lovely pour.
Oh, it is a lovely pour. It's a really nice colour as well.
Yep. Got a nice orange.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of Benito going on in this one compared to the others.
Oh.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Gonna have to just suck through this heat a minute.
Oh my word.
Splendid. That's
Crimmus is coming early. Crimmus is coming early.
How good is this?
I love it.
How good is this brewery? Would you say aye? Would you buy it again? Yeah, score 8.5 out of 10.
Wait, let's just sit back and fucking enjoy it. You're spot on. You're spot on. I mean, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I just cannot see any fault. In fact, I could score higher for every single beer that I've had tonight.
See if you'd have said to me, and this is a phrase that crops up all the time, but 3 or 4 months ago, Brenny, when we were talking about this, that we would be saying, but it is, see when you're fat that you're getting the bloody shipping for that. That is a phenomenal deal.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I bought, remember the one I was telling you about Ganstar? Straight for the brew house again, right? And listen, I just bought a wee sample for us. The actual beers came to €41, right? That's 18 beers. The shipping came to €19.
Right.
You know what? See, you're like €60, but you're still getting 18 beers. Trust me. I'm not. In fact, I'm not. This is going further than that. We're still to review the ones, so I'll leave that. But you would get back and order more direct from these places because you can't get it any other way. You cannot get these beers any other way. Is the way I'm on it.
I love the fact that despite we touched on it earlier on, mate. All these people that watch this and go like that, they don't know what they're talking about. We're reviewing Gamma, aren't we, Brenny?
Exactly.
We're reviewing Gamma because we are making the effort to bring the top quality beers to the viewers, mate, aren't we?
Big time.
So
it's always been, listen, from inception, the whole idea was me and you educate ourselves, which we struggle with without a doubt, but to bring beers to the masses of other people who, listen, I don't know, everybody's got the ability to do what we do, which is just talk to people, find out. But that is when we're hitting breweries before they've hit shops, that's, trust me, the best, I would say that all round, the best collection of beers we've reviewed in entirety.
And I'll tell you, it's nothing like, it's not a slight on any of the brewers we've already reviewed, because we've reviewed the best of the best. I'm actually, Brenny, I hope you don't mind, and we have spoken about this, I'm going to mention it on camera. But we are going to probably do Overtone over the next couple of weeks.
Good. Always good to get the Glasgow boys back in.
Yeah, to get the Glasgow boys, because we're conscious that this is a Danish brewery, but when they are sending us 24 cans of lager for £100, including shipping.
You call cans of beer lager. It's not lager.
When you're getting 24 cans of beverage, 22 cans of beer and 2 cans of Starbucks. The sour. No, but you know what I mean? You're getting 24 beers, mate, for 100 notes. Why shouldn't the viewers should be going and exploring this?
I think they will.
Mm-hmm.
I think Andy who wants to try the best overall brewers, conglomerate, society, brewery, whatever you want to call them. I mean, it's a collective of the best of the best. And trust me, I've got absolutely no hesitation in saying that is the best brewery I have ever sampled a collection of beers from, and not just the ones I've reviewed tonight. Every single one above that. And 8.5 doesn't do it justice, I'll be honest with you.
Wow. Stunning.
If you're gone and being honest, that is the best of the best, and it probably deserves a 10 out of 10 overall, rather than the individual. How good's that beer?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. Every beer you're getting from Gamma Brewing and Herlev is absolutely outstanding.
Well, you can't see it better than that, viewers. Coming for the man himself. Score-wise, Brenny, I'm going to jump in. Right? I know what your scores are going to be, but I'm going to jump in with my scores. In terms of this last one, the Crimmus, which was again an IPA, Xmas IPA, 6% ABV. Would I buy it again? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would I sesh it? It is at the realms of non-sessionness in terms of the ABV, but yes. Score-wise, I'm so glad that we've done this one, mate. I was looking forward to this as well. It's a gratifying beer, man. It's a gargantuan beer. I'm going to give it I'm thinking about beer of the night, but not quite. I'm going to give it an 8.8 out of 10.
Wow, man. Wow.
Over to you, mate.
Well, quite simply, would I buy it again? And there's no two ways about it. I mean, it's just another in a long line of stunning beers that we've tried tonight, and I've tried previous to just justify, would you buy it again? Yes, you'd be mad naughty. If you can get a chance to buy this, buy it. Do yourself a favour. You'll only be better for it. It's not a case of them being better for it. They're doing you a favour here. You're not Santa.
That's what I was going to say.
Aptly goes with the last couple of brews. They are Santa. Trust me. None of us are Santa when you're drinking beers like this. So, the Crimmus. Would I buy it again? Yes. Sessionable? No. Just for my own health. Yeah, listen, I get it. I'm already quite deeply into a 6-can session of the best beer in the entire world, Gamma Brewing. And I'm feeling it. I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling it, and Crimmus is adding to the feelings, which is a good thing. But I'm not session it. There's no way. I mean, I'm not even anywhere near being able to say that. Marks out of 10, I'm just going to go standardised and say 8.5. I'm not Martin Beer, I'm Martin Brewery. And to be honest, I'm a half mark down, maybe a half mark and a full mark down. Because as far as I'm concerned, Gamma Brewing is the best consistent brewer I've ever tasted for a range of beers.
Yours, that's you know, for the man himself to say that, that is massive, massive for a channel. But I'm not going to let you wriggle off the hook that easily, Brenny. My beer of the night, for me, is It Slaps. I think it's a stupendously splendid crafted beer, 9.3%. As I said earlier, a Bobby Dazzler of a beer. For me, I gave it 8.9 out of 10. And that's going to be my beer of the night. Now, Brenny, you've marked across the board 8.5 out of 10. I don't want you to sit on the fence, mate. What's your beer of the night, mate? I don't want to hear the brewery of the night. I want to hear the beer of the night.
There's only been one brewery, so I don't think we can do it anymore. Salute Gamma Brewing. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any we can do to salute them more. I'm going to go with the sour.
Oh!
Because it's a beer that I am not accustomed to. And I'm still sipping it. I've still got it. I've got to go with the sour. What was the sour?
The sour was the You're No Santa, mate.
I'm no Santa. Gamma Brewing is Santa to anybody that actually bothers to go and investigate them. Because honestly, they exist. Santa exists. And I'm not it.
But you summed it up, man. This is the kind of beer you have in a wee shot glass at the side of either your I did say when we were pouring the 440ml that it's a bit much to. I would have loved a wee shot glass, everything to share it. That doesn't diminish at all. You're still drinking the same thing. Stupendous. I can't believe you've given that the beer. I'm actually just delighted, mate. It's been a first for everything tonight.
Listen. It's still not my favourite style. It's still not my favourite beer. But if I'm going to be honest in what a beer has changed my opinions on what it can do, then it's got to be You're Not Santa.
Brenny, just to confirm, your beer of the night is You're Not Santa.
I'm no Santa.
And I'm going to go with It Slaps. So, big man, cheers.
Cheers.